One of our biggest sources of energy as human beings is our sexual energy. We get a constant flow of energy from the universe that drives us to create life, create things, create systems, create relationships. In fact, this is how our species continues to thrive and grow into the future. However, when we are not able to control our energy, then we are easily led astray. That's why things like super sexy Instagram models, internet porn, hot girls in bikinis on commercials, or any sort of the like can be so distracting. If you're not careful, these distractions can hijack your sexual energy and just carry you off into the abyss. Luckily, there are some tools available that allow us to control, transmute, and enhance our energy in very beneficial ways. One of the most potent of these tools is the ancient Indian art and science of Tantra. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the amazing ways you can use Tantra to take back control of your sexual energy. I'm Andy Eversole, and I help men regain control of their sexual energy and lead a more spiritual and productive life using Tantra and hypnosis. If you're someone who would like to learn how to use their energy to create better health and relationships, then download my free guide, the Tantric Male 101, a beginner's guide to the path of Tantra, located in the description below this video. This guide will take you through the first steps of harnessing your energy and using it in a way to take your spiritual, physical, and emotional life into a whole new direction. Right from the beginnings of how to think about Tantra, all the way to the more advanced techniques of Tantra breathing and meditation. So go ahead and check that out. Tantra, very simply, translates as technology. Now, like any technology, say nuclear energy, for example, it can be used for beneficial or destructive purposes. By itself, it is neutral, but how it is used determines its meaning and power. In the West, we have come to know Tantra as a sexual discipline. Orgies, sexual promiscuity, sexual positions that resemble pretzels. This is what usually comes to mind when people think of Tantra. Now, sex is a part of Tantra, but it is actually a very small part. Once you get past that level, a whole new world of spiritual living opens up to the practitioner. The reason, in my opinion, that this happens is because sex is so fundamental to who we are. Until we get that part of our life handled, it's more difficult to go into deeper things. That is why I like to say, come for the sex, stay for the enlightenment. Now, regaining control of your sexual energy doesn't happen overnight. Because we have been so conditioned over time to do exactly the opposite, it can take a little time and practice to regain control. But once you do, wow, you'll never want to go back. Life will become very different for you, and you may even ask yourself, what took me so long to start doing this? But don't worry, you're here now. So let's go ahead and get started. Principle number 1, separating the ideas of orgasm and ejaculation. Now, this principle is primarily directed towards men. Women are somehow these magical creatures that can have multiple orgasms and still have more energy than before they started. So women, go ahead and live your life as a magical unicorn. For men, we have to be more careful with our sexual energy. Each time we ejaculate, we are releasing our most potent energy source. Semen retention, which basically means not ejaculate, is one of the ways in which we will enhance, transmute, and control our sexual urges and energies. Now, the way we do this is by separating the ideas of orgasm and ejaculation. Now, I know this can be a challenge because since we were little, we've been programmed and conditioned to think that these are the same things. Let's go ahead and dispel that myth now. Ejaculation has one primary purpose. That is to have a baby, to fertilize the egg, to create life. Orgasm, on the other hand, has infinite purposes. Energetic climaxes, a powerful bonding to your partner, a melting into the universe and becoming one with everything. This is the intergalactic orgasm. And it need not be accompanied with ejaculation. In fact, that is an obstacle to your spiritual development. One way to begin exploring this realm is to decide how often you're going to ejaculate. One way to do this is to use the ancient Tao equation, which says 20% of your age is the number of days you should go without ejaculating. So let's say you are a 30-year-old male. 20% of 30 is 6. So 6 days is how long you should go between each ejaculation. Now, this is just a guide. You can go longer or sometimes you can go shorter if you want, but that's a good measurement to sort of start with. Now, you should have as much sex as possible during these 6 days. Not ejaculating does not mean not having sex. Have as much sex as possible, especially the love-filled kind with your partner. However, when you do get close to ejaculation, slow down, take some deep breaths, move the energy through your body and through your partner's body, and just calm. Be calm, tranquilo. Then when you're ready, get back into it. Now, this can feel strange and challenging at first, but as I said earlier, that's because of our programming and conditioning. The more you do this, the more natural and easy it becomes. Then, after some time, once you see how you feel and how your partner reacts to your new sexual superpowers, I think you'll begin to see the light. Principle number 2, shoring up your energy leaks and distractions. We all have habits that don't serve our highest purpose, but the people who are happiest and accomplish the most in this world have fewer of these leaks and distractions. Start taking a look at your own life and discover where your energy is being wasted. As you start practicing more and more semen retention, as we discussed in principle number 1, you'll start feeling and seeing a surplus of energy. This does absolutely no good if you spend that extra energy on distractions like internet porn or Netflix or endless partying. Be honest with yourself and find those things in your life that are a waste of your precious energy. Then once you find them, you can begin to eliminate them. The more you practice Tantra, the more you will find the strength and discipline to direct your energies in productive and powerful ways. But you must first name the enemy before you can fight it. Soon you will be directing these energies into the creation of better health, wealth, and relationships. But for now, get started shoring up the ship and eliminate these leaks and distractions. Principle number 3, shift your focus from the goal to the process. One of the amazing benefits of practicing Tantra is the full presence of the here and now that you will experience. When you let go of the destination, you are free to enjoy the process. And in the process is where this beautiful, magic, infinite moment exists. It's great to think about what you want, set goals, have dreams and desires, and decide on what your guiding principles are. These things will be your roadmap, your guide into the future and the life that you want. Developing a vibrant image and visualization of your dream life is extremely powerful. But after you've done that, then let it go. Reward yourself for doing the action that is leading you to the goal rather than the goal itself. For example, many men have the goal of orgasmic ejaculation when having sex. We've been conditioned to believe that this is the ending of our sexual experience. When you take that ending out of the equation, then you become incredibly free. You're free to explore, free to enjoy that profound pleasure and connection with your partner and the universe. The present moment is where the infinite exists. And the more you shift your focus to the process rather than the goal, the more you will live in this infinite presence. And Tantra guides the way on this incredible path forward. So there you have 3 incredible ways to start controlling, transmuting, and enhancing your sexual energy for incredible benefits. This powerfully affects not only your life, but all those people around you. So to recap, start by separating the ideas of orgasm and ejaculation and begin the practice of semen retention. Next, take a look at your life and eliminate those things that are leaks of your energy and causing massive distractions. And finally, shift your focus from the goal to the process so you can really start enjoying living in this present, infinite moment. I hope you've enjoyed learning these important steps of raising your spiritual and sexual consciousness and energy. If you are someone who would like to explore deeper on the Tantra path, then go ahead and download my free guide, the Tantric Male 101, A Beginner's Guide to the Path of Tantra, which is located down in the description below this video. Again, this guide will take you through the first steps of harnessing your energy and allowing you to use it in a way that helps you regain control of your physical, spiritual, and emotional well-being in a whole new way. Right from the beginnings of how to think about Tantra all the way through to more advanced techniques like Tantra breathing, Tantra meditation, spiritual alchemy, and sexual magic. So please check that out. You can also join our free community, the Tantric Male Academy, and become part of a powerful group of men who are also changing their lives. And if you know you're ready to become a Tantric male yourself and are serious about becoming the man you know you were meant to be, then check out some of the ways we can work together in the description below this video. I'm super excited for you to join us on this path and experience all the incredible breakthroughs and benefits that Tantra has to offer. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Explore and enjoy.